My name is Elliot Maris. I am a solution specialist at Sony Europe, and one of my responsibilities is the virtual production space here at the Sony DMPC in Pinewood Studios. The DMPC is the Sony Digital Media Production Center, and this place exists to support training, testing, and demonstration of all kinds of systems that go into the media production space, whether that is high-end cinematography, virtual production, live production for broadcast, or anything in between that supports those industries. We need to be able to reconfigure our systems at a moment's notice. If we want to switch from a high-end cinema virtual production demo, and the next day we need to go into a live production virtual production demo, then we need to be able to reconfigure the entire system around that. And that's where the ADA system is really important for us, because that is the one part of our system which needs to be the same all the way through. So that is our core that everything else is built around. So for reconfiguring our rendering, reconfiguring cameras, reconfiguring the LED screen, all of that software control, that big amalgamation of softwares that we have that make virtual production possible, we access all of that through the ADA systems.
So my name is Chris Soodle. I'm the sales manager for the UK and Ireland at Ada Technology. Ada Technology are a UK-based KVM manufacturer focused in the high-performance space, serving the media and creative industry, as well as the likes of industrial manufacturing, air traffic control.
My name's John Hawksworth. I'm a senior product manager at Ada Technology. I'm mainly responsible for the AdaLink Infinity product range. Around about 15 years ago, we started the AdaLink Infinity project. And the first thing was figuring out how to move data from one place to another. And it became very apparent and very obvious to us that IP technology was the way to go. KVM, as an acronym, stands for Keyboard, Video and Mouse. It doesn't accurately describe what a KVM system does for a customer. A KVM system separates the machinery from the users to allow, say, nice ergonomic user environments while moving the computing equipment to a safe and secure server room. Once the equipment is on a network, it allows the user to access all of the different resources that may reside on that network.
So Sony were looking for a KVM solution to fit within a new virtual production facility that they were designing at Pinewood Studios. At the time, they were very much open to suggestion. All they knew is that they required a system to be able to deal with resolutions ranging from full HD all the way through to 4K, as well as the requirement to work with numerous different frame rates varying from 24 frames all the way through to 60 frames, depending on the source and the application that they were using at any given moment. They required this functionality at the flick of a button. They didn't want to have to re-cable any equipment. They didn't want to have to repatch any cables or any other hardware like that. They wanted the facility and the KVM for that facility to be a seamless experience for the operator and also the audience that is within this facility. So by providing a solution based around the Infinity 4000 platform, we very much were able to provide them with that ability to have what they need, where they need it, and not have to worry about the other hardware that they will be connecting and utilizing within Infinity, whether that would work or not. So the challenges at the time, we were asked to be able to work within a virtual production facility, which for us at the time was an evolving application. We have worked within the broadcast media and the creative space for many, many years. However, virtual production very much to the industry itself is also quite new. So for us, having to now interlink with the likes of large LED video walls, with software such as Unreal Engine, for us was a somewhat of an unknown entity. So that presented a challenge at the very beginning. However, after we worked with Sony and also worked with the Unreal Engine software, we realized that this is something that we can very much achieve by using our AdaLink Infinity 4000 platform. We overcame these challenges very much by having a hands-on consultative approach.
The configuration that we have here is we have two 4000 TX units in the back with our computing systems. We have two 4000 RX receiver units on our control cart, and we have the Infinity Manager on top of that to manage all that together. We have all the processing for the LED, for the virtual production, for the rendering separate, and we control everything remotely through that cart. So that link between those 4000 TX and RX units really is our gateway into controlling the entire system. The really positive impact for us day to day is that we have a system that is reliable. Every time I switch it on, I know it's going to work, and it's easy to use. So no matter who walks into this room, using those automations, they're able to change this room into whatever mode they need to use without having to get into technical configuration. And that wouldn't be possible without the certain features that we can have here with the KVM system to control it all. Being able to mix and match the resolutions and the refresh rates that we're sending through the KVM is a really mission critical part of what we do, because switching from cinema, where we could be running in 24 frames per second, into live production where we're running at 50 frames per second, our system frequency has to switch all the way through. So being able to do that without having to reconfigure anything on the KVM side is really important for us. So being able to send whatever we need through the ADA system really helps us change gears faster as we switch from one mode to the other.
It is actually very easy to scale and deploy with the AdaLink Infinity. Designed around an IP switch, it's very easy to add extra capacity into a network. It is very easy to add another computer into the system. Another computer, you add another transmitter unit. If you have another user, you bring in another user unit. So it's very easy to scale. I mean, we do a lot of very small systems, 2s, 4s, 6s, 8s. And our largest system has over 2,000 endpoints on that particular installation.
So by providing a collaborative relationship with the likes of Sony here at Pinewood, we have grown this relationship to now become a tech partnership.
Now we have the system in place, we have the relationship with ADA, we've already started to collaborate on some events going forwards, and we're looking forward to doing a whole bunch more of that because we are able to quite simply replicate our technical setup here on site for events. And in this space, virtual production is an expanding area for us, and I'm sure our technical requirements will of course grow to match that. So having that relationship with ADA, having that support, having the scalability on the technical side means that when this space eventually needs an upgrade, we can build into the existing infrastructure without having to reconfigure anything from the ground up.